Hello, my name is Rachel. I'm a thrifty crocheter. It is February the 9th, and it's like after 10 o'clock at night again. I'm sorry, my life has been kind of hectic and busy. I had a bunch of stuff. After I took my daughter to work, I had to do a bunch of stuff before going into work. And by the time I had time to sit down and rest before going to work, I was like, I didn't want to rush into devotions. So here I am again after work doing them. And I appreciate you guys really much. Okay. February 9th. Real tears. I tell you what, this morning I was having some real tears because the world just finally kind of fell on my shoulders this morning for some reason, and everything kind of hit at once, and I was like, I was feeling overwhelmed. But some neat things happened. Got a massage from one of the nurses at work, and I got to eat some meatloaf and mashed potatoes for lunch from work that they gave us our department's employees, which was really nice. And I had some chocolate candy today, so it's just like everything that helped make me feel better made me feel better. My day to start off awful. Okay, real tears. That's the 365 days of kindness. May those who sow in tears reap with shouts of joy. Psalm 126:5. When was the last time you cried? Well, I didn't really cry tears, but I wanted to. Doing some adulting, like paying bills and trying to find where my W-2 went because it wasn't worth it where I left it. So I'd go hunt that down. And probably the last time I cried, I'm really tears, was when my mom died and my husband died in the same summer, within a month of each other. That'd be 2 years ago this summer. And when was the last time you cried? Tears are an outward expression of an inward emotion you are feeling. It can be frustration that leads you to tears or relief in hearing good news. It could be a broken heart or empathizing with someone else's heartbreak. Or empathizing with someone else's heartbreak. When we cry, we allow ourselves to feel the pain or even joy or the circumstances. It is good to be real about what is going on. If you are in a painful journey right now or standing alongside someone's pain, hold on to the promise of this verse that those tears will one day turn to shouts of joy. Act of kindness. Drop off Kleenex boxes at your local school. Yes, people need Kleenex boxes. People need Kleenexes, period. Whether it's because it's the cold flu season or maybe at a church for funerals and weddings. But sometimes you do have tears of joy, too. Especially if you ever laugh so hard you cry. Or sometimes you when you're walking around outside and it's really cold and the wind just makes your eyes tear up because it's just so cold. I've had that happen before too. Daily guidepost for grandmothers. February 9. Add to your faith patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness. 2 Peter 1:5-7. I had my hands in the meatloaf when the phone rang. Many cooks use spoons or forks to mix such ingredients, but my hands worked better for me. That's why I had to snag a table knife when a couple of paper towels to scrape off the excess before grabbing the ringing receiver, which, by the way, still feels greasy. May I speak to Mrs. Wolsey? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. It's Wolselley. Please, the caller asked. That is she, I answered, trying to recognize the young woman's voice. 5 seconds later, I said, not interested, and slammed down the phone. Another telemarketer This one pitching siding, for goodness sakes. I returned to the meatloaf mix, still grumbling in exasperation. A few days later, a letter arrived from my teenage granddaughter. I finally found a temporary job, but it's a bad one, she wrote. Karen had spent weeks trying to find part-time work to help with her finances while carrying a full school load. Well, you guessed it. She too had turned to selling by phone. Grandma, her letter continued, people scream at me and call me names and slam down the phone. I don't want to bother them. I'm just trying to get through college. Telemarketers have interrupted our dinner hour, yes, and meatloaf mixing too, several times since Karen's letter arrived. But I no longer yell, not interested, and bang down the receiver. You see, the voice on the other end of the line may belong to somebody's grandchild who's nearly as nice as mine. Lord, help me be patient and speak kindly to everyone, even when I'm exasperated. Isabel Wallacey. I can't pronounce the name, and I'm so sorry. But even now, on your phone, it'll say like possible scam call or whatever, and most people just kind of ignore it. Although I have seen a video of this couple where the wife hands her phone to her husband, and her husband answers with some crazy, silly thing. I've seen another video. This lady, she bought this house that came with a landline phone, and she doesn't know the number, but telemarketers do. And so whenever they call, she picks it up and she gives them all kinds of weird things. She tells them all kinds of weird, silly stories to get them off the phone. So, the illustrated words of Jesus for women. February 9. Fishing for men. Don't be afraid. From now on, you will fish for people. Luke 5:10. I will make you fishers of men, fishers of men, fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. If you follow me. If you follow me, I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. Okay, back to this. When Jesus called his disciples to follow him, he didn't want just their devotion. He had work for them to do. Several of them were fishermen when he called them. They left their work and followed him immediately. Jesus explained the work he had for them to do in ways they would understand. They would be catching men, in other words, winning people to faith in him. This is such important work, and it continues to this day for each of us, each of Jesus' followers, winning people to faith in him. Lost people matter to God, and so they must matter to us. Keith Wright. Yes, and we can still be fishers of men. Hear Christ calling, come on to me, come on to me, come on to me. Hear Christ calling, come on to me, I will give you rest. I will give you rest. I will give you rest. Hear Christ calling, come on to me, I will give you rest. That was the other verse to that, by the way. Anyway, this small swatch of yarn has been woven with prayers. As you hold this swatch in your hand, may you feel God's strength, love, and peace flow and know that he holds you in his hands. May God bless and comfort you in your time of need and give you peace. Amen. Love y'all. Bye.